Hey, we're back, guys. So let me know if you have this problem too. I dread doing certain things. And because I dread doing certain things, I put them off. I was not one to just, go forward, plow through something you dread. I was like, I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll just do it when I've got time, which I would then fill it with other time. Like even at work, there's stuff I dread. I do other tasks like cleaning out my email box. If I was at home doing laundry, reorganize the pantry or the fridge, doing some project for work that's easy but it's not due for months, I would just put off the things I dreaded because my brain is like, you don't want to do that. Don't do that now. No, don't do that. So an interesting concept Brooke Castillo brought up from the life coach school was doing a dread sprint. When you look at your day of what's going on and there's something in there you dread, she's like, do it as soon as possible. Like, do it right away. Like, don't put it off the afternoon. Don't put it off to that night. Do it right away if you can. So for me, that would always be like going to the gym and working out. Not my favorite thing. I would much rather run or walk. So for me, when I was working on wanting to develop that habit, I dreaded it. So I'd put it off. Oh, I'll do it in the afternoons. Instead of going at 5 a.m, getting it done. Like, I'll go in the afternoons, I'll get it done. Then 2 or 3 o'clock could happen in PM. And like, oh, I'll do it 5 or 6 at night because, a meeting came up at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, or there's work I wanted to get done, which I really didn't want to get done, but I did want to get done. So then like 5 or 6 at night comes around, like, oh, time to go to the gym. Like, I don't want to go to the gym. It's crowded. I can't get machines, got to drive there. It's cold. It's dark, when it's the wintertime. So I would put off things that I dread. Also, before I mentioned the topic of nothing for quizzes or exams and putting that off, to the very last minute studying for them. And then that would just make my anxiety worse, make the dread worse, just pile and pile everything up. One thing that did help me out was just having a study group or people to work on the projects with. Now I've gotten older, so I'm better about managing my time, and I'm also better about understanding why I'm dreading something. So it's good if you're dreading something, like we talk about, jump in, do the sprint, get into it. Another factor I've done is kind of figuring out, why am I dreading something? Maybe I think it's going to take too much time. Maybe it's a monotonous task I'm not looking forward to do. Maybe it's, I've built it to be this horrible task and it's really not. Another thing that helps me out and to handle this is I will, like, if I'm doing a monotonous work like data entry, I'll put on some music that I like. Usually I like dance music, club music, something that's a little upbeat that gets me kind of energized and keeps me moving, that I can sing along with while I'm typing in my stuff, my data entry. I do realize that would help me out a lot. Also, would schedule breaks. Like, maybe I'd work for an hour or 90 minutes and then take a break, like coffee, walk around the office, walk outside with the pup, just anything as like a little reward. Like, okay, you accomplished this, let's get back into it. So that's number 2. Another thing I do, 3, is I would schedule time for it throughout the week. So instead of like having to sit down for like 8 hours in one day, get through all your crazy monotonous work, I would schedule like an hour or 2 each day to get it done, so it didn't seem so crazy. So when I was doing my taxes this last year for 2022, I did it all in one day because I was not scheduling monthly to log it all in. So I did it all in one day. Now, it wasn't that bad because I had some great music I was playing, which kept me going. I had a delicious cup of coffee. I took breaks and I did it early. Taxes are due in April in the United States. This was February I was working on it. So I didn't feel the crunch and the deadline. I do wish I would have done it monthly, like set some administrative time to do it, which is what I'm going to do going forward. So those things help me out. One, do the dread thing you do right away. Number 1, if you can, do it right away. Number 2, kind of figure out, why are you dreading it? That could be a false cause. A lot of times my brain tells me bullshit stuff that doesn't even matter. That's not even true. It just tells me like, hey, you're dreading. Hey, this will be hard. Or hey, you don't want to work with, Colin. Or you don't want to work with Steven, like, or Joanne or whatever. Like, it just tells me that this stuff that is not true at all. Just totally does. So you gotta be aware of your brain and the craziness it's telling you. And the other reason I mentioned was schedule time throughout your calendar to get it done. An hour here, an hour there, get it done, and then you won't feel the pressure of it all. And that's been a big help because usually I have it on my to-do list, but I would not schedule it. And so I would keep pushing back. But put it on your calendar, hour here, hour there, and you'll get it done. And then I think for me, of all those things, they all help out a lot. But the biggest one is it's really not as bad as you think it is. It's really not. Oh, hi, Phoebe. I think my dog, Phoebe, she really wants to go back outside. So I'm going to let her outside. Enjoy this tip, you guys. Don't dread it. Do a dread sprint. Bye, guys.